Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video I'd like to review a horror movie that I watched on DVD just last night. Now the movie was made in 2023. It's an Italian production but has got English audio. And the movie, it stars the girl out of Terrifier, Lauren Lavera, also Lorenzo Renzi and Jonathan Dillon King. It was produced by Stefano Massi and directed by Federico Zampiglione, and that movie is called The Well. Okay then guys, as per usual, before I say anything further about the movie and give you my thoughts on the storyline as a whole, I'll just read you the synopsis on the back of this edition, just in case you're not familiar with it. Now, The Well is described as a gothic, gory horror movie, I'll certainly second that emotion. A budding art restorer travels to a small Italian village to bring a medieval painting back to its former glory. Little does she know she's placing her life in danger from an evil curse and a monster born of myth and brutal pain. So there you go guys, in a nutshell, that's the synopsis for this 2023 Italian production, The Well. Okay then guys, on to my thoughts now on the movie as a whole. Well, what can I say? I enjoyed every single minute of this movie. I thought it was brilliant. I loved the nods to Dario Argento and Eli Roth, both in terms of the supernatural aspect and also the gory, the out-and-out gore aspect, some brutal mutilations in this, guys, some real nasty killings. I thought the main protagonist was great, the girl who played the art restorer. The girl out of Terrifier, great performance, and equally great performance by all the cast. And what a horrific monster this movie has. Yeah, all revolving around this well and this eerie painting that's getting restored. And he was a real creepy dude. He was basically like kidnapping victims and putting them down the well and taking their blood and that. Oh yeah. Very, very reminiscent of Frankenstein's monster, very shambling around the cellar, grunting and groaning and that, very, very brutal killer. Yeah, okay then guys, so as per the synopsis, yeah, you've got like Lisa, who's been sent by her father, who's very much into art restoration, to restore this big medieval painting for this duchess called Emma, who's got a 13-year-old daughter. Now, Elisa starts to get to work on it, like the painting's been damaged in a fire, so Elisa starts at work and that, but the Duchess is very insistent. She wants the work done by 2 weeks, because like it's going to sort of like an auction and that, an art auction. She's very, very, very insistent on that, imperative that Lisa finishes the painting, within the fortnight, by the end of the fortnight. So I say Lisa sets to work and that, but then you get some strange things happening and that, very, very gory things as well, involving this guy who is down in the cellar kidnapping victims and giving them horrible deaths and throwing them down the well to this creature, but oh yeah, and then you've got the little girl, the daughter of the Duchess, who is trying to sort of like warn Lisa to leave the painting and just go back home and that, but then Lisa mentions it to the mother and she poo-poos it. Oh, my daughter, like, that's one of the reasons why I keep her at home, like, she suffers from some kind of personality disorder, all these fanciful imaginings that take no notice. So Lisa believes the mother, but then when the daughter comes again and warns her about restoring the painting, she mentions like the people who Lisa befriended on the way to the house who've gone missing. So once she starts describing them, Lisa, alarm bells go off in Lisa's mind. What's going on? What's going on like down in the cellar. So basically, the story gets darker and darker. But I'll try not to give away too much of the plot, guys. I don't want to spoil it for you. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I was not bored once. I think this is one of the best horror movies of 2024, right up there with The Substance and Late Night with the Devil. I love the nod to Dario Argento, and Eli Roth, a great mixture, and you've got a great heroine, in the form of the main protagonist, and that plays Lisa. She's really good in that. She's not one of these average final girl characters who you see in most horror movies these days. You really hope that she survives this horror, what's unfolding in this Italian mansion, like in the middle of nowhere, and great gothic atmosphere, had me on the edge of my seat, and really gory scenes. I wasn't expecting this movie to be as gory, guys. you know, as it proved to be. I was quite shocked, actually, because, as I say, very reminiscent of Eli Roth, Hostel, you know. But as you can see there, it's got quite a few good ratings and that, yeah. And it's even been compared to the original Hostel by Cinefield, yeah. But yeah, and Geek Legion of Dooms give a good marks, Leo. Geek Legion of Doom. But yeah, really enjoyed this one, guys. I'll definitely be keeping this one in my collection. I must warn you though, if you're not a fan of real excessive blood and gore and the style of Hostel, you might want to avoid this one, because it does get quite graphic in parts, you know, especially the way this guy, this shambling hulk of a guy, disposes of his victims and that, who is chained up in these cells, and the cellar and that beneath the house and that. But oh yeah, and the painting is very, very creepy, because what it is, as Lisa's uncovering more of she's scraping all the soot from the fire damaged painting, this big painting, and as she's scraping away all the soot, she reveals more and more this sinister. It's a kind of like a witchcraft ritual from the medieval ages, and it's got like this demon in it, and this witch, and like this parchment. Oh, it's very, very creepy, guys, and that. And the more she uncovers the painting and that, the more she starts having these nightmares and hallucinations and that, and blood-soaked victims. Oh, it's really good, this, guys. I highly recommend The Well. You know, I was utterly captivated from start to finish. Great solid performances by all the cast, you know, and a couple of good twists as well. And Lisa befriends like a guy as well on her way to the house and that, so you don't really know about him and that, you know. She basically falls in love with him and that, you know. But like the main, the Duchess and that, she's very, 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 very sinister and that, you know. She's very serious and that, you know. And she wants Lisa to complete this painting at all costs, you know. It's got to be done by the end of 2 weeks, you know. She's very, very adamant about that. And Lisa, you know, but the more Lisa works on the painting and that, the more these nightmares occur, the more she starts getting uneasy about what's exactly going on in this house. But it's great, guys. I love this movie. It was only $6.99 on Asda. So if you want to pick it up from there, maybe HMV's got it in as well, or you could even stream it. But this is definitely staying in my collection. Being a huge fan of Dario Argento and Eli Roth, this is a great little mix of that kind of horror. I really loved it. Great supernatural. It even reminded me of Suspiria a little bit as well, and that it's got that sort of dark, ominous atmosphere, you know. But all really great. I really enjoyed this. But that, again, as I always say, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying rush out and buy it. You know, I'm just saying I enjoyed it. That's just my opinion, you know. I'm not trying to force my opinions on anybody. It's up to you. As I say, you might like it, you might not like it. If you don't like, graphic scenes of gore and that, and brutal killings, you might want to bypass this, because I'll warn you, it does get very brutal, especially in the cellar scenarios. But ooh, yeah, and this guy is he's a right monster. He really is. He just grunts and groans and shambles around the cellar, shambles around the house, capturing victims and that, you know, and mercilessly dispatching them, you know, in a very, very brutal, very bloody manner. But really good. I love the way the two stories are tied together as well. I love what's going on down in the cellar where this Bruce has captured these victims, and I love the sophistication that's going on above between the art restorer Lisa and the Duchess, you know. So you've got two contrasting worlds there, and at some point in the movie they come together to make a very, very terrifying, very, very brutal experience. That's all I'm saying, guys. I'm not going to reveal any more about The Well. Get it for yourself. If you're a horror fan, if you like these sorts of movies, I think you'll have a blast watching this. I loved it, and I hope they do a Blu-ray release of it with loads of extra features. And I love the ending as well. Yeah. All right then, guys, I'll leave it there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Well, and a lovely picture as well, lovely picture quality and that. You know, I wasn't bored once. You know, a lot of horror movies, they have the sort of even though they might be good, they have their moments where they get a little bit yawn-inducing, you know, and you just want the action to start. This was a real roller coaster ride, this, guys. I'm not kidding. The Well, I really, really enjoyed this. And as I say, if you like this sort of horror, I would definitely recommend it. Okay then, guys, on to a rating now for The Well. I'm going to give The Well a full 10 out of 10 because, without reservation, that's how much I enjoyed The Well. I thought it was one of the best horror movies of 2024, right up there with Late Night with the Devil, The Substance, you know. Fantastic movie, and and a great performance by, you know, the main girl, the main female protagonist, like from the Terrifier movies, yeah. You really hope everything went okay for him. I'm not going to reveal what happens, guys. I'll let you get the movie for yourself. A very, very enjoyable watch for a Saturday night. Okay then, guys, that concludes my review of the Italian horror production, The Well. Have you seen The Well? What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Leave a comment down below. Let's get a good discussion going about The Well. Oh, but yeah, guys, it's a real treat to sit down, guys, and watch a real good horror movie that's, reminiscent of the horrors of Dario Argento, Eli Roth, real creepy, even M.R. James, even shades of M.R. James in this and that, the creepy object in that, and the painting is really creepy, the big painting in that been damaged by fire, and this we'd seen depicted like real black magic scene and that from the Middle Ages. Oh, I loved it, guys, I really did. Okay then, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as I say, if you like these sorts of movies, you'll have a blast watching The Well. Okay then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. Usual, if you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well. I should be back again very, very soon with another video. Bye for now.